Chair. I'm really pleased to rise today and speak to Bill 28, Family Statutes Amendment Act 2018. I've heard many of my colleagues talk about the mechanics of the bill and the technical aspects of it, and I want to take this opportunity to tell a story. My constituent, Christina Ryan, has a daughter named Emily, and I've gotten to know Christina and her partner Ron, and Christina's daughter Emily and Ron's daughter Sophie over the last year and a bit. And I learned from Christina that she was facing a situation with her daughter Em. Em has multiple disabilities and requires extra care. She uses a wheelchair and has to see doctors quite a few times a month to manage her health. What Christina discovered when Em turned 18 is that Alberta is the last province that has no requirement for common law parents to continue to support their dependent child once they turn 18. The only alternatives for Christina and Em were AISH, which only provides a lower than poverty line income, and the burden of financial support fell solely to Christina. What this means is that Christina has to take 8 to 12 days off a month to take Em to her doctor's appointments, and Christina's income is vastly lower than it could be because of this. It means that when Em needs a new wheelchair, which is an expense of $3,000 to $4,000, Christina would have to raise this money on her own. Medical supplies and aids to daily living, like wheelchairs, aren't covered for adults with disabilities under AISH. These are huge financial burdens for a single parent with an adult dependent child to have to bear on their own under the current rules. The other parent can simply walk away without any further financial responsibility for their child. Christina thought this wasn't fair. She hired a lawyer to legally challenge Alberta's Family Law Act, and she also called on Alberta Justice to amend legislation, which is why we're debating this bill here today. If anyone here or anyone watching ever thinks that a single person can't make a difference, I want you to remember Christina and Em today in the bill that we are debating. She's made a real difference for a lot of people. What this bill means is hope for families to rise out of poverty. It means Emily will be able to receive the therapies that are required to manage her health, but sometimes are out of reach because of financial constraints. This bill means hope for the future. It means that Christina and Em know that there's hope to have a more secure quality of life. People with disabilities deserve the same care as anyone else. And finally, I'd like to share a little piece of information that I learned while researching this bill today. Over 50% of our human rights in Canada are entrenched because of people with disabilities bringing them forward. Because of all of this, I'm very happy to support Bill 28, and I encourage my colleagues to do the same as well.
Questions or comments?